So today I thought we'd do an interactive session together.
These two employees are on an apprenticeship programme in hospitality. They have used an online assessment tool and are now meeting with their trainer to develop specific mathematical skills that will help them in their programme and career development.
Today was a bite-sized face-to-face session, and we've gone through the basics for fractions and ratios, and then they've done some tasks so I can check their understanding, and then also putting this into practical terms. So going and doing some things that they'd actually do in the workplace, like preparing drinks and looking at the ratios there. It helps them to then understand what they've just learned, how the efficiency and the accuracy is going to improve the productivity in the workplace for them and for their employer as well.
Many people within hospitality are not really from an academic background, and many of them have commented to me, the learners, that they've struggled with maths and English in the workplace and in the school. So what's really nice for us is that we're able to try and take away a bit of that fear factor, to improve their skills and knowledge so they become more confident that how they use them day to day in their business, whether it be currency, whether it be about pouring drinks or dishing up food, bringing to life those examples and contextualizations so they can understand that there was a relevant to it, there's a purpose to learning this.
Okay, so what I'd like you to do, ladies, is you can choose any of your spec sheets and see if you can show some ratios in your workbooks here. And you can so they're working towards a final assessment. Today's helping to prepare them for that, but we'd also follow this up with some mock exams as well. And from that we'll get an understanding as to whether they're actually ready for their final assessment, which is an online maths test marked by an external awarding body. We start off with an initial assessment when we have an apprentice. That helps us to identify what their current level is and whether we'd put which level we'd put them on for functional skills, perhaps a level 1 or a level 2. And then we follow that with a diagnostic test.
So we use an online resource and it identifies which areas that you need specific work on, which is why we've got these books today for fractions and ratios, because we both got a lower percentage on that area. Once we've got that up to 100%, or I think it's 80%,
over 75%, then we can do our mock exam.
Then we can go on to do our mock exam, and we'll be confident in doing it because we'll have had all the resources.
We've recently devised our own resources to support the training, bite-sized chunks where we can take the method of how we deliver something, but also then give the learner opportunity to do some practical examples. So we've utilised lots of contextualisation that's relevant to our businesses. This actually now gives us a really good way of giving them that key message and then also that contextualisation, and then as they get confident with that, once they understand what they're doing, we're then able to stretch them to some exam questions to check their knowledge outside of their industry that they're working with.
So something else that you use day to day in the workplace is your D10. Can you show me how you'd work out the ratio of D10? So we get together for face-to-face sessions like this about every 8 weeks. And then in between that we'll have some interactive sessions as well using webinar. So I'll have some resources up on the screen that they can look at and we can discuss this. And I set them tasks as well. So they'll upload their work onto an online portfolio, and that allows me to assess their work in between sessions as well. And then I can give them some feedback.
This situation's a bit different. It's the first time we have sat down as all 3 of us. Yeah, I've much preferred this today. It's much more interactive and you can bounce off of each other.
If I can hear them talking to each other, then I can understand what they're understanding, any difficulties that they're having as well. So it helps me to support them, but at the same time, it allows me to know that they're able to support each other in between the sessions as well, which they've always said that they like to have that support with each other.
We sit down and have our own little revision sessions, and when we're going through assignments, it's easy to compare notes with each other because we're both on the same level.
Am I doing this right?
Are you doing that right?
Just double checking with each other.
Yeah. Got 125.
Yeah.
And we've got a littler one for 25 mils. It's much more comfortable learning whilst on the bar because you are in your own environment, surrounded by colleagues and, well, friends, essentially.
They get increased confidence, motivation. It helps them to progress in their career and in the business.
We've had feedback then from the managers that they have seen great improved confidence, but also accuracy in the way that they're doing things. For example, on a team player apprenticeship, one of my apprentices had fed back to me when they'd completed that they found it much easier doing things like if the tills go down, they can work out discounts now in their head when they're counting up the tills and stuff like that. They don't need to necessarily, they know it in their head without putting it on the computer or using a calculator. And then actually they feel more comfortable because their daughter was at school and they've been able to go home and actually help them with their homework, and that's really boosted their confidence.
Use them in everyday life anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be just on the bar. If you're going down to the shop to do your local shopping and you've only got £10 to spend and you can weigh up how much you're spending, you apply it to everyday life.
Perfect. Thank you very much.